me tell you a little bit about AXO. And I know this all too well because I was actually a participant in AXO as well. The NAACP, a little over 30 years ago, created a competition. They wanted students to start focusing on STEM careers before STEM was popular. They wanted to make sure that we highlighted people in the humanities and the arts in competitions that they didn't see were out there on the national level. And so they created this program called the Afro-American Cultural, Technological, and Scientific Olympics. And it was designed to highlight a lot of our community members of color who were excelling in their own pathways, in their own, whether it was in humanities, science, the arts, and really wanted to showcase that they were competing at this national level, and we're doing some great things. And so this has been for over 30 years now, and this includes 32 different disciplines of competition throughout. And you're looking behind me at some of the winners of our national competition that was held this past year in Baltimore. And so these are the best of the best, the brightest of the brightest. And I can say that because I also was an AXO gold medalist and also went on to the national level. And look how it ended up. No, in all seriousness, I hope that you aspire to do great things well beyond where I am. So it really is something in which I just can't tell you how proud I am. And we continue to see, unfortunately, in the media, different stories that are portrayed about our young people, especially our young people of color, and why it's so important for me to continue to highlight a lot of the great things and the great work that happens in our communities of color and with our students of color in our communities. And so it's a great honor for me to recognize the students and the parents of the students, as well as the folks who help to lift up these students, creating this program and keeping this program going. And that namely is Joanne Burrell and Pat Price, who continue to run this great program. I also want to thank the community members who are always sponsors and supporters as mentors of this program. I mean, this takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. Montgomery College, who opens up their doors to hold some of these local competitions, as well as our churches and other community venues. This is important. And I say it's important because I still remember that day that I heard my name and walked across that stage. It means a lot to these students, I know, because it meant a lot to me. And to have somebody recognize you for the dedication and work that you've put in, not to just be a student, but to also excel as your craft and to do things that are nationally competitive, is a big deal. And so we should really celebrate all of their hard work and great efforts that have gone in. So the students who graduated, but then also next year's competition is where, Joanne? San Antonio, Texas. So I hope that we bring back even more medals. 11 students were local gold medalists. 7 students were national medalists in a national competition. So as we see, Montgomery County continues to do great things and certainly leads the way when it comes to great things coming out of this area. So, whereas AXO is a youth initiative of the NAACP that promotes academic and artistic excellence through competitions which showcase the talents of our African American students in categories including STEM, business, humanities, performing arts, visual arts, and culinary arts. And whereas the 39th Annual National Afro-Academic, Cultural, Technological, and Scientific Olympics, also known as AXO, competition was held in Baltimore, Maryland this year with the theme of Victory is Everything. And our Montgomery County student delegation embraced the challenge and were victorious in competing against more than 600 students nationwide. And whereas 7 AXO students placed in the competition, and I had already listed them and what they've done, whereas additionally 5 local medalists also competed, and those students who competed at the national level were Beatrice Armatang, Kwesi Karame, Jamila Quinto, and Marie Yolande Fanovi. All competed at the local medalist level, but then went on to the national level. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Council of Montgomery County, Maryland, hereby recognizes these talented young men and women and celebrate their artistic and academic achievements in the 2017 National AXO competition, and congratulates the 2017 award winners, presented on this third day of October in the year 2017, signed by our council president, Roger Berliner.
Thank you so much for honoring all of us. It truly means a lot to be honored and acknowledged for the work we do. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say that a lot of opportunities given to us through this competition are, sorry, it's hard to put this in words, but we don't see a lot of programs and like AXO that are truly rooting for us African American youth, and they really act as our cheerleaders and are truly supportive of the things that we're passionate about.
When I started talking about what it is in terms of the competition, it's easy to get choked up because, again, you're at a time in which we know that there's a lot of divisiveness in this world. And unfortunately, a lot of people of color are being marginalized. And so it's great to see an organization like this, a program like this, that continues to lift people up. And it really is something that a lot of our young people internalize. They internalize the stress and the struggle and the strain that it is to showcase that they are just as good as everyone else, that they do matter just like everyone else. And it's competitions like this, it's opportunities like this, it's networking like this with other people that are doing the same kinds of things that matter so much to each of these folks as individuals, but then also to our greater nation. If we are to heal, if we are to be better as a community, as a country, as a world, it's programs like this that are going to continue to make a difference. And so I really want to thank Pat Price and Joanne Burrell, all of the staff and support that have been there. Pat, did you want to say a quick word?
Good morning to the county council members and to everyone who's assembled here. This is such a great opportunity for our students who are passionate about their craft to excel and to be encouraged. We thank all of the students and the parents for their hard work throughout the year. We're just starting our season for this year, so we're always looking for mentors and supporters. We thank the county council members who have encouraged and supported our students, especially Craig Rice and Nancy Navarro and George Leventhal, who have done even more. And Craig Rice is our example. He is the one that we encourage students to look toward. I said, this is excellence that you can see every day in public service. So imagine what you can do with the opportunities that have been afforded you. I also just want to say one of our students, Kaylin Richards, is in Las Vegas. She's at UNLV and unfortunately witnessed, from her college dorm, all of this. So we pray for all of the people who are there, whether you have a loved one or not. We know that in Montgomery County, we have a big heart, and that we are praying for all of the families who have to endure what they are enduring today. So thank you very much for this opportunity.